try your best, but you don't succeed. When you get what you want, but not what you need. When you feel so tired, but you can't sleep. Stuck in reverse. And the tears come streaming down your face. When you lose something you can't replace. When you love someone but it goes to waste.
You've got a disadvantage because you are not making yourself comfortable. If you turn it 90 degrees, right? That's number one. Move your patient to how you want them to.
Positioning and lighting.
Okay. Again, 2/3 down the swage. Okay. Ring finger here, middle finger and that pivot in this little crook here, and your index finger along there will give you stability. Now, hold this like you hold a pair of forceps, okay, or a pair of chopsticks, okay, because that's what you're doing. 2 fingers on here, 2 fingers on there gives you a lot of stability. Now, you move the skin onto your needle hole, onto your needle, rather than moving your needle holder through the skin. You can just push like that, right? Okay, similarly with this, if you do that and now push like that, that gives you eversion. You can come through. The other thing is, have a look. See how much suture I'm actually using? I'm using very little. Okay, I'm not using big movements with this needle wasn't very good, but I'm not using large movements of this. I'm using small movements of this. If I was to do this, see that? I'm a lot more clumsy. You don't need that. You can just do this. You just need about 1 inch. Okay?
You got crazy with the throws there, Ravi.
You can keep going to your heart's content.
Are you doing 2 throws on your first? On the first?
No,
pull?
I'm not. I'm
You
just
only
doing
ever do
one in opposite. Now, the other little trick to do is if you do 2 throws in the same direction, you're creating a granny knot. That's what I like, because if you do a reef knot first of all and you don't lock it down, your reef knot's going to sit up and you can't do anything to that. But if you do 2 throws in the one direction, you can get enough locking advantage and still slide the knot down, and then you can do your 3rd throw in the opposite direction. Okay, so if you were taught to do a reef knot first, you don't have to. Do your granny knot first, it'll lock it down, then you do your final throw in the opposite direction to get you your reef. Okay?
And what about the, you're laying it down with your throws and then you lock the suture by bringing them both arms together.
That's
Do you do
right.
that?
Yeah, I do that.
I saw Jess T doing that. Does everyone know what I'm talking about?
No.
Ravi, can you just demonstrate the locking of the first throw?
Yeah, sure. So I do one this way, but I'm pushing it down, right? Now you can
you're locking it.
Yep. Okay. There's my granny. Okay. There's my reef.
Yeah.
So in other words, we don't have to panic about which direction that first thingy goes in.
And now look,
on the hands
have a look at what I'm doing with my sutures, right? With my scissors. Ergonomic advantage. I've now got my needle holder in my palm. I've got my 3 fingers free to manipulate my scissors. Because I haven't picked up a lot of suture material, I can move my stitch into there like that. And now I've got my needle holder back. Yeah.
This is a great technique that allows to combine the advantages of the deep dermal suture to remove tension from the skin's surface, and also the benefits of a simple interrupted suture, which allows eversion of the wound edges and good wound edge approximation.
Okay, now have a look here. This is beautifully everted. Okay, you've got this little gap here,
Every
and
time.
that's absolutely
perfect.
beautiful.
Been doing it all day.
So
So,
here,
yeah.
no, what happens is here your dermis is folded in. So what you actually want is that dermis to be out like that. Like that.
And so, Ravi, is that because the epidermal stitch is too far apart from the
Yeah,
wound?
yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is.
To waste. Could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. And high up above or down below, when you're too in love to let it